Well, looks like a postcard got through. Here's looks like a picker gentleman and possibly his family, or maybe some of his employees or subcontractors. Looks like they're on break, but got a nice postcard. Thanks for that. Today on The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer again with the Crazy Picker Life Thursday edition. Well, when we closed down our vlog for a while there, and we have had some streaks of going 100 plus, 200 plus episodes, I think the first time around, and then I did another 80 and lost some gas. lost some steam. Sold my camera, didn't make any videos, shut down the post office box, disappeared from the picker community. So I know the flashback videos mentioned something about sending postcards and things like that. The post office here is small enough, so I think they forwarded this one through, but I do not have my post office box anymore. So at this point, send stuff at your own risk if you want to send stuff. There used to be a post office address. I think it's still on the older videos, but I've taken it down for now. I don't know if we'll add it or not again. When I shot that video, I didn't have anything up in my office, and now I haven't really shown the whole deal yet. Maybe I will now that I've got my trapezoid here. Anyway, don't send anything unless you want it returned, because I don't have my post office box nor an address listed right now. Not that I don't want to hear from you or get a postcard. It was nice to get one today. Everybody likes to get snail mail and sentiments, and a few people in the past have sent me books and t-shirts and other goodwill. Okay, just getting organized here. Plenty to do, plenty to talk about today. Let me figure out what we're doing. We got our run in, got my orders printed, banana peelers working on some things. I got my package in for today of label stickers so I can make shipping labels. Always something coming in, always stuff going out. Plenty to do today. Pay it forward. Stay tuned. My mouth is disobeying me, darn it. Alright, I'm just packing up some items here. Here is a Grab. I always call them Grab Lab. Gra Lab, whatever. This is a timer clock for dark room developing. You plug your equipment in the side and it turns it on and off at the right time, your lights and things like that, so you don't develop your film wrong. These are good. Oh, wait a minute, I was going to ask a question. Here's a ProMaster and a Gra light. Which one should you buy and which one shouldn't you? Darn, I screwed that up. Okay, well, everybody out there that's been around a while and sells goods on eBay or Amazon has dealt with goods you cannot sell for whatever reason. eBay has its Vero program, and it spells out a bunch of different trademark things that you have to stay away from. And Amazon has certain channels where you have to get permission to sell on and all that kind of good stuff. Cameras, vintage cameras, we don't run into it too often. I've run into it 5 or 6 times over the years, and one time it almost took down my business. In fact, it did temporarily, including a suspension. And this was probably 5 years ago or 6 years ago or something like that, 7 years ago. Don't want to get into all that, not because it's not an interesting topic, not because it's a painful memory. It's just, it's not that fun. And I've spent the last 2 days ranting about promotions managers. I'm just not gonna go there today. But those two products that I showed you there, buy the Gra Lab light. Those sell really well, even in kind of a crusty condition like this one. It was 30 plus shipping. It works. I had a nice near mint example in the last year that I picked up that sold for, I think, 50 or even 60 plus shipping. Same thing. Those are nice. You can pick those up quite often. The other one, ProMaster, I don't even know if I should say that name. Oh my gosh. Well, they wouldn't let me sell it on Amazon, so I got a friendly notice that I shouldn't be. And I knew ahead of time the channel was kind of locked up with a bunch of camera people. Camera stores that buy and sell that stuff and have a contract with that company, they're allowed to sell on both Amazon and eBay. And they reported me. They didn't like me up there with my stuff trying to liquidate it out. So probably stay away from that brand. In my experience, if a company doesn't want you selling their products on eBay or Amazon, they can make enough fuss where you probably shouldn't sell it. It's not worth trouble. I'm not going to go into this topic because it's kind of like fingers on the chalkboard. It's kind of like cleaning the toilets or changing a dirty diaper. It's my opinion that if you buy something and you're not misrepresenting it, it's not a knockoff, it's a real product, you buy it secondhand, you should be able to resell it. However, we are in a different type of world than that. So, you know, if you buy and sell a car, you can do that. If you buy and sell 10 cars, you probably need a dealer's license. And if you buy and sell alcohol, you can probably, you know, do a little of that. But if you start a bar, you need a bunch of licenses. If you start a brewery, you need a bunch of licenses. So we're in a legalistic society, and there are certainly reasons for that. Why do I keep going? I am not a lawyer. I am not a robot. I'm not an accountant or your CPA or tax advisor. I am not a doctor. I'm gonna have to have this scrolling little line underneath this. It's amazing that anybody puts out any content on YouTube at all. So where are we at? Okay. Packages going out. I think there's 6 down there, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the test strip damn fangle. And I've got 2 other orders to go out. What is that? 12 packages going out. I just ran out of my eBay free boxes and I'm getting low on my other boxes. I need to make a Uline box order. We don't have a lot of choices out here in the middle of nowhere, and so I will order some Uline boxes, and then I think I get my free boxes here right after the 1st of the month, sometime early in July. If you have a store with eBay, you should be getting a coupon where you can get some free boxes. We get like 300, 400, 500 free boxes every month between all our channels. That's fine with me, and free is a relative word because obviously we pay for that store, we pay for promotion managers to be gently and lovingly given to us. Oh my gosh, I'm in a good mood today. Don't let it get you down. Keep moving forward. Wheeler finally got up. It's about noon. Okay, post run snack. Those blueberries are the real thing. Those are organic, none of those genetically modified salmon slash chemical slash fake blueberries that you can get. Oh my gosh, there's a whole nother topic that we won't talk about. Okay, so this is not the bitch show, bitch and moan show. This is some of the things that I deal with on a weekly or daily basis when you're trying to move a bunch of stuff through your business, buy a bunch of stuff, sell a bunch of stuff. You're going to run into all kinds of little gray areas and smoke screens and marketing messages and, you know, dead ends and margins and all kinds of different things. And that, if you've been around a while, you certainly know some or all or more of what I'm talking about. So we got promoted listings. Gonna figure out a way around it. I'm already pretty close to coming up with my strategy. We got PayPal checking out if I'm a robot. I'm removed the wind-up key from my back, and I think I've got that under control. We got, you know, Vero and trademark infringement stuff going on. I think I got that under control. I'll show you the big pile that I'm going to liquidate out the back door someday soon. I'll show that later. I'm going to have to dig all that stuff out that I've either listed or was going to list or still going to list, but not anymore. Let me just show you, though, the difference in sales, and you make your own judgment here. Alright, so here's the graph. This is our main camera channel, and there's a lot of factors that go on here. Obviously, if you look at the middle of that graph, there were some slow sales days going on there. Those smallest little blips there are, you know, $100 in daily sales on this eBay channel. Some of the medium-sized small ones there, 200 some dollars. And then we started listing like mad, and we had this great graph there around June 18th, towards the right a little bit more there, where it went bam, and then it had that nice slope up to the crescendo, which was like a $3,000 sales day. And then Black Monday, or Wipeout Monday, or whatever you want to call it, there's 4 little hits there. Boom, 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 boom. None of those are more than $200. That's promoted sales right there. Looks kind of, what would you call that? Consistent. Oh my gosh. So there are a lot of factors. Obviously, summer, end of June, you know, people are going to get their paychecks here at the end of the month. Beginning of the month, you got eBay bucks will be coming in. Beginning of July, vacations in the United States, summer, blah, 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 whatever, right? So you can have slow sales. It just is very odd. And we are listing like mad, so we should be generating traffic and sales. I had somebody contact me today. It's not that unusual, but somebody's like, people start making offers on your items, and you're like, yeah, I'll give you that because I can't put it on sale, so your offer is actually better than my sale price. I'll take it. Now, the good news with our business is it's somewhat diversified. We have a watch eBay channel. We have a general vintage merchandise channel. We have another camera channel where I'm liquidating stuff. I have an Amazon business. And so, you know, we're somewhat insulated. So a lot of times if we have a bad day on one channel, we have a good day on another channel. It all more or less averages out. And although I care about it, I'm not worried about it. I just keep plugging ahead. So I'm going to get my Uline order together here and try to figure out the best thing there. I've been ordering less large boxes, and so the semi doesn't necessarily show up at my door anymore with all kinds of packing materials. We're selling a lot of smaller items since we moved to our home location, mainly because I'm not buying the big items right now. I just don't have the room. And so I have some big boxes stored away when I need them, and we're just going through a lot of small boxes. But I still need small boxes. I still need packing paper. I still need bubble wrap and all those kind of things. So I got to get that. You can't run out. Then I got to run to Walmart and pay premium for very small quantities, and I don't want to do that. I do recycle some boxes. I do recycle some packing material, but presentation-wise and convenience-wise, I do get new boxes from Uline. Let me get those ordered. By the way, I do get a lot of sweatshirts and free perks from Uline, and I'm not a what you call it. I'm not a sponsored person from Uline, but Lon, my wife, is going to get a new chair here. Maybe I'll show you what it is. Her old chair is on its way out. She was going to order a chair, and to get free shipping, she had to spend $50 or something with, you know, Eddie Bauer or whatever, where she was going to order this chair. We don't have any quality things like that locally, so I'm going to get a free perk chair for her and save myself a bill ordering that from somebody else. So yeah, like this here. I was fixing my toilet and I had to shine in there with this super heavy duty Uline flashlight. Wow, another freebie, right? There it is, the Uline event chair. Free offer with Uline orders of $300 or more. We'll pick one of those up and see how that works for my wifey poo. I think you can only get it in blue. Oh well, that should work. Alright, heading to the post office and some other stops. We ended up with 14 packages. We got a couple more in, and I got 2 helpers today because it's time for the
library.
Yes, we need to exchange books at the Pioneer Memorial Library. Let's do that. Next stop, boxes here and all the way back there, a bunch of boxes to the recycler. One of the questions I get quite often is, why do you take your packages into the post office every day? Why don't you just have a scheduled pickup, or why don't you have them come pick the packages up? We tried that for a while a few years back and found out that they don't get out as fast. They tend to sit in the truck of whoever's picking them up until the end of the route, and then they miss the truck out. So bottom line is they don't get out for another day the way it works here typically, and so I can get stuff out a day sooner and get better feedback on eBay, faster shipping times, better service, and it gives me an excuse to get out and do a few other errands. Typically I've got 1 or 2 other errands or a picking opportunity, or I just got to get out of the crazy house once in a while, if you know what I mean. Well, we recently had a weird pressure increase in the house, and I have a few hunches on what it is, but our shower upstairs is dripping, so I went to fix that, and the normal little fix that I do doesn't work. So, oh, this house. I'm reasonably handy. I can Google something, I can follow a book, I can repair stuff. I don't like to do it. I don't know if anybody really likes to do it. There are certainly people that are more handy. I don't know why I don't, but old houses. Don't get me started. So I think part of my mood today is just this contest, this momentum that we're creating. There is a stress side, a tiredness side. We are going pretty hard here. It's catching up to me. I don't know what I need. I need a little break of some kind. Wheeler probably does too. So we'll have to figure out something to relieve some stress. Maybe jump out of an airplane. Does that do it? Has anybody jumped out of an airplane? Can you leave all your stress behind in the clouds? Okay, so here's what I'm looking at before I take a break for supper. Wheeler's got this tote finished up. I need to shelve that. These have been listed and laid in there. They need to be rebagged. We have some bags coming. I guess they didn't come yet, so I'm going to leave that one sitting. This is receipt tape or label tape. I'm going to stow that away in one of my cabinets. And then this stuff was all pictured and is ready for me to list tonight. Some of it I'm going to have to remove because it is bad stuff, outlawed. And that box has some more of it in it, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do. So first step is strip what we have here, and then I'm going to bring some stuff out for the next step. Alright, so I dug some things out. I'm going to do some research on my ability to sell this unit. It's worth something to somebody. 23 C2 is a pretty decent unit. I'm sure it's in good condition. I have to check what lens is on there. This one's a lighter duty, cheaper one, but again, I'm going to have to look what they sell for, how I can take it apart, how I can ship it. This is a box that Wheeler and I'll go through. That's probably his next box. There's a pile of stuff that I can't list directly on Amazon or eBay. I'm going to have to figure out something to do with that. That's all that trademark infringement stuff. Box 1 to go through, box 2 to go through, box 3 to go through, and that one down there is kind of a gravel box. There's not much left in there. And box 1, 2, and 3 I'm going to be sorting out and putting some items for Kate to picture, and that'll go on the discount camera site. See what we can do with that. So we'll work on some of that after supper. See if I can get Wheeler down here. I found so much good stuff for him to list. Oh man, he's so fortunate, some of the things he gets to look at. Pieces that in the day when they sold full retail in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, boy, there's like lots of $1,000 retail pieces or higher. Now they don't go for nearly that much, but the quality of this camera stuff is a lot of fun for him. I know it is. Okay, I wrangled Wheeler, the camera expert, away from supper. We got done with that. So you got a pile of lenses there, and you picked out some good ones when we were out in the field.
Yep.
You got there.
Not winding. Film goes 3 shots. No, film good. 3 shots. Okay. There's 3 more shots in this camera apparently, so if I want to shoot some photos.
So we got another one of those Yashicas in gray. I thought those were rare.
No, not really.
Oh, how much did you list the last one for?
$130 or something, with some minor issues, but
yeah,
that one's a little bit nicer, I think.
$100 bill.
Oh, actually, that's a different winding system. That's a later one. Cool. Yep.
So there's a lot up. Now the money for whatever that we bought, I remember we bought these 4 plus that other
2 more. We have 2 more upstairs.
We have 6
Uh-huh.
plus that medium
Bronica
format Bronica that you're going to take apart, and we're going to do pretty well on that. I don't remember what we paid, but I'm hoping we're going to do pretty well.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot. I mean, these ones I told them, like, we're just going to throw them in a lot, sell them out, and there they are for parts. I might take the hoods off. I'm going to look at what makes more sense there. I mean, if the hoods go for $60 and I can still sell the cameras for about the same price, I mean, I still take the 4 off there.
Yeah, if they sell for anything.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they do. I mean, people, for some reason, are liking the accessories for these recently. Like the lenses and stuff didn't used to be worth anything, but now they are. There's your...
Yeah, so that would be a piece then that would go bad or break, or people want to add it to their camera. And
yeah,
so,
you find a lot of them that are broken.
So that would be more of a consumable on that.
Yep, those are big old heavy cameras. They're kind of trying to be like a more technically advanced version of like a Rolleiflex, but they kind of flopped. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they sold a bunch of them, but they're pretty big and clunky.
So there's still a market.
Yep. And
but it's
lenses.
Not what it used to be.
Yep.
And then these are what, Canon lenses, 50 millimeters?
Canon and Minolta, I think.
Yeah,
For
so
the most
those
part
are
there. There's gonna be some real good ones, like this is a 51.4. So I mean, those are always close to 100, if not more than 100, depending on condition.
yeah. So easy cleanup, and then bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, and these Canon lenses are like way up right now. We have one listed, and we've sold probably 20 in the last month or so because we can't keep them in stock. 51.8s.
Yeah.
And the one listed right now is at 75 bucks. I think we're gonna list these ones here probably between 60 and 70.
Wish we could sell some
I'll
of
sell pretty
these.
quick. Well, I mean, that's kind of the junk pile after a while, isn't it?
I guess.
You sell all the good stuff out of it. Nah, I think that stuff's gonna start selling. We'll see. Be good.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't want me to list all those, and you list this Coney Omega enlarger.
How about I list it all? Let's just
Enlarger.
really go for it.
Gonna check these lenses for me.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see what I sorted out here. This took a little longer than I thought, but there's some pretty good stuff. We got Wheeler some stuff staged for tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, whatever. And I got some stuff here I was able to list on Amazon. The Amazon stuff is hit or miss. A lot of these things, these are like DVDs on different cameras and classes. You know, you just don't know how it's going to sell. I've had a lot of stuff like that hang around for months, and then it trickles out. Most of these, this one wasn't. This was $12.99, but most of these, to get the top price on there is $19.99, and there's a few listed. This thing I've listed for 35 bucks, and these for like 16. So, you know, if one of those clicks off a month or something like that, that's all I can look for there. I don't have any money wrapped up in those, so that's good quick listing, as long as we don't get in trouble with it, which I'm a little leery right now with all this trademark crap. But you know, I shouldn't be. We run into it not very often, but I'm trigger happy, itchy trigger finger, something. Okay, so I got these big donkeys up here. I am not in the energy level to list those tonight, but those will be going pretty soon. I'll get those listed up. I've got to take pictures of them and then sort of identify what's with them and what's not, and then I've got to do some measuring and see how easy it is to unscrew those and then ship the base. So there's some weighing and measuring and making sure that we can get that all in the mail and get an accurate shipping estimate on it, which is a lot on these things, because not only are they heavy, but dimensionally they're larger depending on how far you want to take them apart. And there are a few things in there that I wouldn't call them fragile, but you don't really want to get them all beat up. So when they're brand new, they come packed down really nice, and they've got all the styrofoam and things like that. When they're made like this and you got to take them apart and create your own shipping, that is a hassle. This is cake. We bought a camera outfit a few weekends ago, and you know, we made our money back, or will, on the cameras and lenses. So this is, everything I get is like cake. You know, there's stuff that is A grade, and most of that goes to Wheeler, and we can run the whole business and make a good profit and a living on that. And then I'm like the junk man. Oh well, it wasn't always that way. I got demoted. And then I got a bunch of lot up items and items here for Kate to take pictures of, and I'll list those on my discount camera channel. There's some pretty good stuff in here. This is a Manfrotto tripod that you screw to the floor. They don't sell real well, but at the price I'll put it at, 50 bucks, I'm sure somebody's gonna pick that up. Sometimes obscure battery chargers go pretty well. This is a Canon from some old camcorder. That should be 20 bucks. These I'll list at 20 plus shipping. They're brand new and off-brand flash, but they, you know, they'll go eventually. And the rest of the stuff is So, you know, every time I load up 10 items here, I think I actually have 11. I don't know. There's one more I got to put here. Oh, there's two genuine Nikon and Canon EOS straps. When I have 10 items here, you know, I'm looking for $100 to $200, and eventually most of that stuff will sell. So that's always good money. I do that every day. I'm in a good way with everything else I do, and zipping that stuff through. I haven't been put out to pasture yet. Oh my gosh. So there's one thing for Wheeler, and then sometimes he cherry picks this Canon official 1980s Olympics bag. He says he's going to list up for $100 or keep. And then he's got a bunch of lenses, and we added some more lenses. I got through about a big box and a half, and took a box out of here to go to cardboard, and I didn't get through that one yet. So all right, so I'm gonna go find Kate, and then what I do is I show her the items and talk them through for a few minutes, and then she can shoot pictures at her leisure in the next 12 to 24 hours, and then that has everything queued for me. She already has 17 or 18 or 19 listings queued for me that I'm going to work on tonight yet. And then I think, okay, more than halfway through my day, and when the chaos gets you, you just come outside and relax. Of course, when it's 100 degrees, I think we hit 103 today. You gotta wait till the sun starts going down. So it's almost 9 o'clock at night. I'm gonna sit out here for a half hour or so and have myself a beer or two. We've got St. Bernard's Abbey Ale. That stuff's pretty good. Pretty quiet out here. The way we're arranged here, we don't have a lot of neighbors running around, not a lot of car traffic. It's not too bad. Got trees, got birds. Sometimes the owls are out here. Big barrel shaped owls. Squirrels. Occasional stray dog. Oh, time to unwind before I go list a little bit. The house gets kind of cuckoo towards the end of the night. The kids are so wound up, you know. You send them outside and they get all kinds of wound up. And young kids, if you have young kids, you probably know, maybe ours are just like yours, they kind of go cuckoo and then they drop towards the end of the night. So I'll catch the tail end of that when I give hugs and send people off to bed here in a little while. Okay, Friday tomorrow, big show. I'll try to announce it again for those of you that don't make it to the end. If you're watching this, you made it to the end. Good job. Question and answer probably on Tuesday of next week. I asked Wheeler when he was free, and he said probably a weeknight. Monday's probably not going to work. We might do it Monday night. Tuesday's better. Tuesday night. Mohawk Day. So if you want to get a question in, we've got a bunch of them already from the last week or so. You don't have to re-ask them, but if you want to re-ask it in a different way, or want to ask a question about picking or about the crazy picker life, go ahead and put that below. We'll tabulate all those up, and we'll have a good long question and answer session. Probably will come out on Wednesday of next week, but we need those questions before Monday. Pick well, list often. Ooh, get the head on that. Dealer out. Ooh, that's pretty strong. That's good stuff.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.